Hello, we are back. It's been a long time. I missed you. Hope you've been well. As you can see, we're in a new setup. And that setup comes with benefits. One of those benefits is this rabbit called Brownie. This is my girlfriend's rabbit. She is adorable. She is a rabbit. Be pretty. She's a menace. But she's very cute. And yeah, so we're back. Last year around December I spent sort of some of the Christmas break moving in with my girlfriend, which has been very nice. And I'm incredibly excited to sort of get back into game dev. And yeah. So without much further ado, we're gonna crack into it. Yo. What's up? Goodness. Okay. Unity. Actually, ooh, is my setup gonna work? Full screen. No. Can I have mod? You've been here 10 seconds. Give me a sec. I'm just setting up my new this one. Capture that. Yes, good. And capture cursor. Beautiful. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, we'll go into this one. Just getting set up, everybody. We'll be cracking on shortly. I think we'll start with a little refresher on all the stuff that I've done since I streamed last, because it's been a while. It's been about a month, I think, at least, since my last dev stream. And since then, I've been working hard on a whole bunch of things, including a major refactor of sort of the core systems of the game. So a lot of it centers around this new thing that I've made called a grid entity. Well, let me stop. It's nearly loaded. Once that's loaded, I'll go into it in a bit more. But okay. So in TOYA, I was doing a big refactor to doing a big refactor because we realized that we wanted to have potentially multiple player TOYAs. And so, as well as like non-player TOYAs and all other sorts of like grid entities. And so what that meant is that I needed to extract a lot of the player, or all the logic that controls how TOYAs work. Whoops. That was funny. I needed to extract a lot of the logic of how TOYAs work and put it into TOYAs themselves. Good. Okay. And so what I've done is scene Unity. Wow. We've got here So what used to be the case is that in player brain there used to be a whole heap of stuff that controlled just one Toya. But now what I've done is I'm also gonna but now what I've done is I've moved a lot of that logic to be contained within the Toyas themselves, and then made individual components for all those individual behaviors so that we can have more control over things. And yeah, I've also added a very handy dandy thing, which is an on-validate method in Toyas themselves, which is something that I didn't know about until recently, which allows me to do this. I can like toggle a thing in my inspector, which you can't see because of where my camera is, but that is like manually turning on and off game objects, and also tells the player brain which Toyas it can control. As you can see there, we're controlling the big one and the little one. Hello. So, today's work. Well, what I left last time even was UI, because we want to be able to tell the player what they're doing. Carryable UI, good. Yeah, good. I don't know why that wasn't working. I'm also just going to take these off because I'm not using them. Shock them back there. What is? Carry UI. Yeah. It should be doing it. I don't know why it's not. That's funny. That's working. Yeah, it's got a bunch of letters in it. But I'll set to A. It's preloaded. Whoa, heaps of letters. 35 letters. Does it set them along either of the splines? Yeah, this one's got followers. But oh, that's right. Okay, I remember the issue. We're having trouble with instantiating one of the followers. Yeah, this line of code. Interesting. So now that I look at it, I think my vertical camera should be moved over a bit. It's fine for now. Yeah. I don't quite know why that's not working. I might just do a little Spline follower, in current spline followers, not followers, and just debug a little bit about them, because I don't know why. Meep. What other information? We could do target and face direction and percentage stuff. Target. And then, just for now, I'm going to do that because it looked like they were still unassigned here, which is very strange. Also don't know quite why it's making so many letters in the pool. It should only be like 10. There's no coffee in that. We're getting a gazillion errors as well. Why are we getting a gazillion errors? We're getting heaps of null reference errors. Cool. Very interesting. What if I just don't do that? What happens there? What if we just don't initialize the array? Surely that'll throw a hissy fit. You'd think so. Yep, let's just index out of range. Yep. Understandable. How did I have it before? Yeah. Why is that not working? Because it was bothering me that followers needed to be like initialized to this. Because what I noticed was it was setting like the initialized below spine, these followers percentage -1, they're all set to -1, which is very strange. And what's this error? No reference. Is it null referencing? It can't be null referencing. Surely not. Maybe there's a problem with getting letters. Just null. we do like spline followers, current spline dot followers I is equal to a new spline follower. Can that be simplified? Yeah. Does this have... Do you have a... That's fine. I was hoping I could, like, declare it a bit more easily, but that's fine. Maybe that'll help. I think it should. Oh, amazing. Woo. Yeah, interesting. See, these are all still assigned, which is very interesting. What? Let's start by having a look at this. Or actually, by having a look at end hide UI. Because what I think I want to do is in here, I want to give current spline, current spline, and then you get a spline called current spline. In that, we're going to return each letter, we're going to clear the TMPs, and then we're also going to say current spline dot followers equals null. Just clear that whole list. Unless there's a specific method that it wants us to use, like clear followers. Position. No, okay. Gorgeous. I think that might help with the issue that we were having. The rabbit, there she is. The issue that we're having in regards to there's a frame where if the UI was previously using the above spline, right. Who's shitty? You're shitty. Right. Okay. Yes. What was it before? Was that? Yeah, okay. No, because this gets shitty for some reason. And then it remains shitty. Why? Why you have to be mad is only game. Splines. I love splines. They're useful, but sometimes they're finicky to work with. Because that's expecting an action I see, not an action with a value. Maybe, actually, you know what it could do? Just clear it first. Let's try that. Because I really am trying to avoid making a public spline variable that we assign it to. Yeah, see, it still does it. Hmm. Only sometimes, though. It's very strange. Yes, it's still got all these followers. Yeah, okay. What if... it upsets them? Okay. Something just about that just breaks the signature. Very strange. Yeah. Time to consult the outer gods, I think. Um, with a plan. Have these two methods. I would like end hide UI to have a spline as an argument, but when I add in breaks the value parameter. Boons, what are you on? Rabbit, being a menace. Making the bait. Yeah. Yeah. Menace Rabbit. So what's the game about? That is a great question. Let me show you. So TOYA is a minimalist block rolling game that's always bigger than you think it is. Is the elevator pitch. Let me boot up level the game. It started off as a student project when my co-creator and I were at school for game design. And you're this little purple cubey guy that rolls around. Let me turn on a bit of sound too. And it's sort of just like a relaxing puzzle experience. The kicker, though, is that throughout the world of TOYA, there are incomplete cubes like this one that when you roll into, with a bit more pomp and circumstance eventually, you become the bigger guy. And now you can crush those cubes that stood in your way before. Thank you. We are thinking of releasing it on PC and Switch at the end of this year, is the plan. Yeah. PC and Switch, definitely. And then hopefully, dependent on sales, we would like to do mobile as well. But like, there's so much up in the air. But yeah. So at the moment, what I'm working on is the UI for the mechanic, the carryable mechanic, which is a yeah. So later on in the level, there's these blue blocks that you can see over there in the corner. These guys, and they are a puzzle mechanic that you can use to traverse to places you couldn't reach before, and solve various problems. And so what you do, so as you can see, it's a little busted at the moment. But the point is that you can like roll around like this, and use the carryables to get up to higher places, as well as many other things. But yeah, I'm really excited to like develop the like further carryables. So what we're thinking is having variables that sort of do something when you pick them up. Like the one that I'm most excited for is a variable that has like a bubble around it that activates moving platforms when you're close to them. And so you have to like put the variable, like bring the variable along so that the platforms activate. Yeah, that's basically it. So yes, today's task is fixing this janky, this broken little piece of UI over here that is not working, not working very good. Yeah, yeah. So I would like the end UI to have a spline as an argument, but when I add it, it breaks the value parameter of the tween value. Specifically, the value parameter argument suddenly thinks it is a vector or instead of a float. Okay, well, it was good learning about your game, but I gotta do some work now. Bye, good luck, have fun. I see. Cool. I still don't really understand lambdas. It's something that I need to get my head around. It's the next step in my programming. Okay, awesome. And then after this, we're going to do current line. Oops. Current spline. Followers equals null. And let's see if that fixes some things in the right scene. Cool. So variable block ready to pick up, variable UI. Below spline has some followers. Above spline does not. If I roll off it, those followers go away. Good. Now, does it still do the bug? No. Awesome. How many letters are in the pool? Is it creating infinite or is it just sitting at 35? 28. It's a very strange number. Cool. The other thing that I need to do that I noticed by playing that previous level is apply these numbers to the old variable. Gorge. Is that working? Yeah, it starts quite a way in. That is really good though. Cool. Let's try some different splines. Tween delay. What if we set the delays, that delay down? I also should set show wait time to 1, to 0. Okay. Okay. I might not have. Okay, have I implemented the, yeah, end percentage. Maybe because the whole thing's getting turned off a little early. Might be why. It's my guess. So we go on and then we step off. Variable UI. Yep. It's unparented. And now it's, yeah, it's just getting turned off too early. That's why. Cool. So that's what we were talking about up here with hide UI. Turn off coroutine. We need a more advanced wait. And what are we specifically waiting for? One way we could do it is we could do a new wait until lambda function display spline followers length is 0. One way we could do it. Let's try that. Oh, Dan has sent me a reel. Oh, we got a null reference exception. Interesting. Oh, I see. Right. Yes. No, don't do that. I see. Yes, this needs to go up here. As does this. Um, Yeah, I need a way of checking that. Because what's actually happening is, let me just review what that animation's doing, and if I have a reference to the image game object. Because what I'm thinking is I can use this getting turned off, or maybe even the animator. No, that's getting set down here. We still want to wait for an end of frame there just to be sure that that's all done. Hey, Moons? Yeah, that's what I think. But hopefully that code's now in the right spot. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Oh, it's a rogue N there for a second. That's funny. There's also still quite a big lag spike. First time that's loaded. I wonder if that's, I'm curious if because it's rendering the material for the first time. You doing something? It's because it's not on a canvas. There we go. That's so funny. I think it's literally just the material loading. Because without it, if this game object's off, do we still get that? Yes, we still get that lag. I wonder if that applies in build though. I might do a cheeky build. I also need to make sure I'm building the right scene. I wonder if I've done a build on this PC. Oh, good. This may take a hot sec. Oh, build errors, great. I love build errors. They make things so fun. Seems to be building pretty quickly, which is nice. Sometimes the shaders take forever to build. 4 evsies. This looks to be shooting along. Doing a lot of lattice computing to lattice. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to do the shaders, but this is something I do need to do at some point so I can do test builds, because I've been neglecting doing builds specifically because it takes a while to build. Oh, that looks promising though. Maybe. Anyway, put this over here. It's over here. Yay, Steam. Do I have... The one that I wanted to play is the C-Tech, and I do not. It's tiny. Oh, that's installing. That's doing shaders. Amazing. Oh, we're ready. Aha. Yeah. Oops. No, don't close. Wait a minute, I know you. Of course you do. I'm from the movies. Huh. There's a rabbit kissing my foot. Let's be alone. I want to be by the window. I want to sit in the direction of the vehicle. I'd be with Winnie. I want to be by the window. Oh, they both want to be by the window. I see. I want to play loud music. I do not want to be next to a kid. I want to stand. I want to talk to someone. I want to be by the window. There's another talkie. I forgot to show I cannot stand talking. I want to sit in the direction of the vehicle. I do not like bad smells. I want to be my parent. I cannot stand talking. I cannot stand loud music. Always my parent. Easy. I want my backpack next to me. I forgot to shower. Amazing. I want to talk to someone. I don't like strong odors. Ah, I see. This is going to need to become the cool kids backseat bandits club. I do not like bad smells. I'm wearing too much cologne. I want to be alone. I want to honestly, I don't like strong odors, and I want to sleep. Can't sleep. Cool. Everyone's happy. Internationally famous. Oops. I want to be next to a kid. I want to play loud music. Backpack. Oh, they're gonna have to go up there. I wonder if it's any bag. It's any bag. That's fun. There's another talker. Ah. How about the talkers go in the standing? Or we could just pair them off, actually. I want to read. I want my backpack. I'm not a talker. And you want to be by the window. Gorgeous. I think my build's done as well. I hope so. I accidentally click X on it. Oh, no, it worked. It's in a funky... Yeah, okay, no, it lags in build as well. Alright, that's good to know. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we turn you on and have you... Does that fix it? Yes, it does. That's very funny. Okay. So what we're gonna do, what could even be even better actually, is in carryable UI, we just shove in this guy. Even be possibly tiny. Spline, letter, material, initializer. This is a dumb solution, but if it works, it's not dumb. No, okay, that's dumb. That didn't work. Maybe it needs to be turned on. Is that the difference? Or is it because it's too small now? I think it still did the spike. It's hard to tell. Let's go back to how it was. Oh, no, we need the canvas. Obviously. Oh yeah, that's buttery. Okay. And then what if we make him tiny and non-existently small? And it still works. That's funny as. Okay, let's unpack this entirely and chuck him in level manager. This is such a funny solution. Perfect. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes that's really funky. Sometimes the end does not want to behave. Cool. Yes, you can also be... Yeah, cool. Great, let's make sure that that works in the main scene, shall we? Okay. Debug load chapter 2. this level real quick. Level complete. Perfect. Gorgeous. Looks like it's still forward a little. It is, okay. Carryable UI. Yes. Why do you have a skinned mesh renderer? Okay, whatever. Need 0 followers. And your anchors need to be there. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Loving every minute of it, Jerry. Okie dokie. Let's run that back. Run that to the back. Hey, what do you think? It's looking pretty tasty. Let's full screen this bad boy. Oops. No. No. Accidentally loaded a scene. Oh, good. Why? Well. One problem solved. Another less solved, to be honest. But that's looking good. Variable UI done. Gorgeous. That'll take a hot second to push, and then we'll bring that back into the main branch. And I'll have a look on ClickUp to what to do next. So we've still got half an hour, I think, till my meeting. Yeah, that's at 11. Okay. Caribou UI. Gorgeous. I'll keep that branch just in case for a little bit. You can go. Yeah, let's bring up click up and see what's next. TOYA tasks. Stage list. Carryables. Carryable UI reintegration is done. Yeah, I could do that. And then next is fucking all those. Yeah. That's in progress too. And then there's all the SFX. Is there an SFX thing? No. TOYA, variable. Yeah, there's heaps to do there. I'll keep going on carryables for now though, because I'm in the carryable zone. I think what I might do as well is include like obviously there's a carrier, not obviously, in our lovely TOYAs. There is, if and when it loads. I wonder if those scene changes. No, okay. The what was I talking about? Fully gone. All right, let's get started. Yeah. So in yes. So in our variables, or in every grid entity, there is this current carryable slot. I might have a look at increasing. So there's a few more things in here, like in grid entity even, because there's carryable, it's current carryable, it should really be a grid entity anyway. Yeah. No, not necessarily. No, it could just be a grid entity. And then, yes, you're getting shitty because current carry state. Yeah, I see. That's tricky. Um, current carried grid entity. And then we can do um, how did I do that? Is that in here? I think it was in here. Is not. That's crazy. I can just do is. Um, anyway, well, let's test that first because that's already a fairly major change. And I've got an error because all these things expect a grid entity carryable with stuff. Yeah, cool. Wait. All right. Never mind. We need to do my carryable. My grid entity. No, just current carryable. Is that all the things? Probably not. Good. Good. Hmm. Hmm. Let's just start again. I don't know why that was being funky. Right, let's start with this. Um, and then sort of work backwards. So Also tempting to do like a public this grid entity as carryable. Which takes this if this is carryable, then return carryable this, else throw new exception. This grid entity is not a carryable. Also, like grid entity as TOYA. Just a get, really. Awesome. Awesome, Burns. It's good. It's good. Um, there it is. Yeah, of course, in the pick up and put down stuff. Instead of that, yeah, because they can only be picked up by a TOYA, is a fair point. Current carried grid entity is this, and on put down current grid rate assignment, current carried carryable is null, but also current carried grid entity. And so this becomes I'm gonna have to leave it there, annoyingly. I'm knee deep in thinking. Because I have a meeting. So thanks everyone. That's all for today. I may be back later. We'll see. Bye.